Something interesting is gonna happen here.
What's up guys, I'm Joe here, and in today's video we're gonna be taking out trim here on the Tahoe. My original plans was actually gonna be keeping this, but to be honest, it does look a lot better without it, and as much as I like the function of this a lot, it's time to get it removed.
It's impossible, that's sure. So let's start working.
So as you can see, it's kind of had better days. It's kind of peeling, really not doing too hot. I was originally just going to go ahead and kind of peel all this off, re-chrome spray all this, and then of course, you know, respray the trim and everything else with the Rusto liner trim paint that I got. But I'm like, you know what, let me just go ahead and remove just the side trim here, and I'm actually going to be replacing the function of that with this, which is kind of like a side trim. Little side trim for the side of your car here. Kind of like goes along the edge of your door. As you can tell here, it's kind of seen better days. Pretty much, as you can tell, the culprit is this sideways door here and super high Texas winds. Trust me, I've had it to where it was going like this and a big gust of wind hit me, and of course I live in a little corner here where it's a pocket of wind kind of gets you, and it just takes it and boom, slams real hard. So we're going to be kind of replacing, I guess, the function of these with that for now, and obviously once I get everything repainted here and all that stuff the next year or so, I'll be able to go ahead and obviously take those little moldings off. But for now, let's get started with getting these removed here.
Something big is going to happen.
Alright, so to get things started, I do want to walk you guys through pretty much what you guys do need, because there is a couple things you do need, a couple things here you really don't need, but it's going to make things a lot easier. So one thing you do need, in my opinion, that people will say it's kind of something that's going to make it easier or whatever, if it's a hot day out and your molding's kind of really hot, you don't need this. But if you're in anywhere else in the country, get a heat gun. 10-15 bucks on Amazon. I have a link down below. From just like trim kits or, I don't know, light kits that I got that these came with free in the box, I just usually keep these. So whatever trim, kind of little sharp edge that's plastic that doesn't scrape and all that stuff will work good. And then obviously the next requirement here is Goo Gone. Amazing, over the counter, easy, cheap, 10 bucks. These are the optional things that will help the whole process a lot easier. I'm actually not going to be using this unless I need to. The reason why is because I don't know where the heck my battery charger went for this Black & Decker one, and obviously Home Depot's not open today because today's Easter. It's made out of a certain type of compound that doesn't scrape the paint, so pretty much it kind of just drills it and you kind of rub it along the trim. Aside from that, let's go ahead and pretty much heat everything up and kind of just get everything peeled off and kind of see what we're working with here. All right, we're gonna start this off at high, and let's get started. Slowly just put it in there. So now that we have this set up here, let's see if they have any names. I don't know, but it's in good condition out of the way. Some little gunk here, but nothing a little Goo Gone and some purpose cleaner you can't really take care of, you know. Sheesh, man. Whoever's cleaning this up, man, they're gonna have a good old time. Obviously, this type of residue stuff is where obviously that wheel will come in, but for now, let's see if just some Goo Gone and all that stuff that this thing is actually something you really do need. So let me just do this one here and let's see if the Goo Gone and all that stuff will do this job. So give it a moment here. So I'm just gonna get the rag, simple little microfiber rag. I'm just gonna dust around here to get all the little. So now that we have a nice little clean surface, let's go ahead here and let's apply some kind of all-purpose cleaner first, get all the little dust off, and then let's get the Goo Gone on there. All right, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and try to get as much of the big chunks off as possible with my hand and with this little heater thing here. I'm put at the lowest setting and just kind of run it for about 10 seconds and then peel it off my hands, kind of roll it down my finger. Just because if I can get it down to like this kind of part right here, that's perfect. Just because that Goo Gone can easily get that taken away. So let's go and try it out here. All right, so I got it to the best I could right now. So let's go ahead and just, a little junk out of there if we can. Let's go ahead and get some of this spray on here. Let's let it sit there, let it do its thing, and then we'll check back in about a minute here. Alright, so here's after. Looks pretty good. You can kind of see minor lines. Thank God I have a, well, not thank God, but I don't have a super dark black color. Just because, of course, you'll definitely see it a lot more with the darker the car. But it'll do for now. It definitely, you can't really notice it. Once a polish and clay bar comes in here, it's going to be so minimal. Ooh, there you go. Honestly, I probably might use this one, but obviously make sure it's a sharp part, or the edge part of it. Put in there. And go ahead and just start, you know, scraping away like this, and it does a really good job. You can still see kind of very fine lines, and that's simply because of obviously the oxidation from the paint and all stuff. Once you do paint correction, that'll fix everything. But for now, obviously, I just want to get all the adhesive off. But the color obviously mismatch a little bit here. That's normal, so I'm gonna have to deal with that for now. Damn, there it is, looking real good. Sheesh. Look at that. Obviously, from like quite a far away, it's still pretty greasy, as you can tell. It's pretty greasy. I'm gonna go and wash it after this, but I just kind of wiped it off for now. But once I'm done with the next, I'm gonna take it to wash, power wash all this off with soap and water, and kind of get it going. So it's not hot or anything right now, so it doesn't really matter. But for now, I'm gonna go get started with the next side. Already got this side out. A lot easier now that I knew what to do. But pretty much now, I can let the Goo Gone soak in there for about 5 minutes or so, and then it'll make it a lot easier to kind of go out. But let's look at the other side to compare, because it looks actually pretty good. Let's see. Ooh-wee. Man, that looks good. Can't wait to wash all the grease stuff off. It is a little bit dirty here. It was raining all last night, so don't have time to didn't have time to wash before the video. Even with a nice wash, you know, a nice little scrubbing, the dark water spots or the hard water spots, whatever you want to call it, all the soot that's been collected around the trim has kind of built up. So we're going to be trying to get or remove this, or trying to get rid of it wherever we can, minimize as much as possible. There's either two things. This can be either A, I have to, it's a hard water thing, you know, from it collecting all the time and all that stuff, or B, I have to polish it. So we're gonna do step one today, and then obviously tomorrow, once we have the polisher coming in and all that stuff, we'll do the polish if that doesn't work. For now, we do have what's called Suds factory paint water spot remover. It did come in a bundle for paint and windows. I'm doing the paint one for now just because obviously this is on paint. The windows ones, I only have a little bit on the edges right here. It just honestly really doesn't matter. There'll probably be another video for that. I'll probably do it on my own, honestly. It's really not worth making a video. It's very minimal on my car. All right, so directions are very easy. Pretty much you want to damp it on a microfiber towel, which we got a couple right here, a couple clean ones here. And gonna pretty much dampen it on there, and then just rub it along in circle motions. And it says you can kind of feel the suddiness kind of go away. You can kind of visibly see results. And obviously, sorry it's windy, guys, but whenever obviously it, you know, feels like it's kind of went away, or when it does go away. Damn, guys, look what just happened. Amazon just came through. I got my polisher in here. Look at that. Just in time. So I don't have to wait till tomorrow, guys. Perfect timing, guys. Look at that. That must mean that's a good sign. So leave a like for our shot, Mr. Amazon driver. He was also a dual cab driver too. I saw he had a bunch of Amazon stuff in the front, and he had a cab company on the side, as you saw. It was weird. Anyways, let's get started with this. So pretty much put a little bit of it on microfiber towel, rub in circles. We're gonna go ahead and try this corner right here, and an inconspicuous little edge right here, just to see if it works first before we go to the polisher. All right, so let's go ahead, poke a little hole. All right, that's good enough right there. All right, spill a little bit, but we'll learn. We learn. All right, so a little fingertip worth. Let's go ahead and try this out. All right, so I should be wearing gloves, so I'm gonna get a pair of gloves after this, but so far, I'm mainly doing this top corner here. I'm just kind of rubbing the product throughout because I put a lot on there, but I'm mainly doing this corner here. I'm judging this main corner right here first. Just keep going. All right, went ahead and just washed it off with my little portable little pressure wash thing. I'll do it again just to show you. Didn't want to get the camera wet, so I'm gonna stick you back a little bit. You know, I did a little bit more than that already, but don't want to do too much because the camera's gonna mess up, but let's just wipe it down. Oh my God, that did not work at all. But I think I'll grab another drying towel after this, have a better one. But so far, okay, that corner definitely came out. That corner that I was focused on, the rest of it got a lot better. And I didn't even put that much product on there, so let's keep going with it. It looks like it's working, so let's keep going with it. It's definitely not noticeable at all right now. Like, the only noticeable difference is because it needs a polish. You can tell the difference of tone of color, but all the hard water is gone. So let's keep it going. So far, suds, so far, man, 5 stars, man, so far. And again, this is the before. Look how gross this looks. Disgusting. Just to make this easier, I bought this. If you guys are on TikTok, the Wow Cleaner Tire thing, I bought it. It's alright if you guys want to buy it. It works the same as anything else. But I'm going to pour this into here just because it's empty and it's easier to spray out. So I'm just going to use this. So if you see this, just know it's actually this. It's not the Wow Cleaner. It's not this. So just know it's this. So just want to let you guys know. Everything I see here is, I guess, just paint blemishes. I got almost the entire bottom row of it. It's miles and miles better. Ooh, GMT800, another one. Hey, Silverado, there it is. Anyways, miles better. Look at this. This is like pretty much what it looked like before. Obviously, this is kind of really bad right here in this corner. This is gonna be the real big one here. I wonder if this is gonna come off this little corner right here. But look at this. The only thing you really see is just that right there. So I'm gonna do a once over right here, and then let the polisher do the rest after that. So let's go ahead and get it going with this side. All right, let's get started with this little edge right here, because this little corner right here is definitely not really the best one here. So let's go ahead and pretty much just get this one here. Let's see here if it works. Ooh, that's tough. Anyways, let's go ahead and see if this works at all. All right, let's focus in. So far, 100,000 times better, but let's get the water in here because the water be catching all the catfishes. All right, so let's try this out. But I got Donkey Pro there. If y'all follow me on TikTok, you already know Donkey Pro. Literally the best trim. I'm telling you right now. I'll show you after in the video, so you can skip to that part if you want. But for now, let's wipe this down and let's see the damage. And also, I got this in the TikTok shop too. I think it's like the, I don't know what towel this was, but it was like 30 bucks. So I'm using it. God damn, brother. Hoo-wee, goddamn. All right, well let's just get this side finished up because goddamn, look at this. Whew, man, that gave me some hope, man. That gave me hope, bro. Sheesh. 9-day difference, about 95% better. This, I'm feeling it right now. I think this is the paint. Looks like a respray. I don't know. Maybe they put the trim on, resprayed it after again. I have no clue. My mom never got an X on this side, so I don't know. But again, there's all paint, so the buffer should take this all out. There's no grittiness to it, nothing. Some little clear coat on the corner here, but either way, got all the hard water out. Looks super clean, especially this side, man. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the other side started. All right, so this side's kind of bad, especially this side. This side is Big Daddy. Look at this. Just not good. I could feel it. It's all the adhesive 20-something-year-old car. So yeah, as you can see from all the Goo Gone, my trim is destroyed, but obviously we got Donkey Pro to fix today, which of course I'll put that in the video. But anyways, let's get started with this side and move our way down this way. Shh, god damn, bro, somebody call a detailing company, bro. I'm about to start one up right now. Watch, look at this. That was horrible. Look how horrible it looks after that. Look at this. All it is now is just paint correcting now, because obviously it has like never been touched paint, and then obviously this has been touched like a million thousand times. So obviously it's gonna be two slightly different darker tones, but once you polish up, do compound and all that stuff, it should be pretty much the same. So this is a scratch, so ignore this. But yeah, looks real good. Let's get started with the passenger side and let's get this finished up. Bruh, this thing did real good. Aside from obviously there's the paint correction that needs it, but dude, all the hard water, it's like I said, 95% there, dude. Like, it got all the hard water off. Like, it got everything off. Literally just the paint correction. Has nothing to do with hard water at all. So that's actually really good, because that was my goal. Because up next, I'm gonna use a polisher, just get everything polished up. I'm gonna do a whole clay bar over the car. Whole other video for a whole paint correction, but for now, just gonna get this handled and then the trim. But damn, look at this, man. We're looking real spicy. All right, if you follow me on TikTok, you already know I vouch with my life on this product. Donkey Pro. You already know you gotta be hung like a big donkey to use this type of product. And I'm gonna show you why. And I put it up to chemical guys, McGee's, McGuire's, whatever. I put it up to all of them. I watched it. I'm telling you, this is the only one that stayed, and it's so funny because I've never heard of this brand before up until I saw it on TikTok, and I found out why. It's because this is actually a silicone-based trim. It goes inside the oxidation of the trim and it seeps inside and it sits there for a lot longer, so when it washes, it doesn't go away as quick. It still will go away, obviously. Nothing is going to repair, you know, fading trim aside from paint, but obviously since I don't want to paint it, I'm lazy right now. That's for another video. I'm using Donkey Pro for like 3 or 4 of these. It's like 25 bucks, so it's like $8 a can. It's so cheap. I love this stuff. So if you want it, just go on TikTok or go and follow me on TikTok, find it there. But honestly, just look up Donkey Pro polish cleaner. You'll probably find it. The cheapest I found it was on TikTok, but if you want to pay a little bit more and go somewhere else to buy it, be my guest. All right, so as you can see, all the Goo Gone that I sprayed from getting everything off kind of ruined my trim here a little bit. So obviously I'm going to re-spray everything out and kind of get it going here. So I'm going to literally show you, like you're about to see literally the witchcraft this does here. So let's go. Ready? I'm just going to go right into it raw as fuck. So let's do it. Try not to breathe this in, by the way, guys. It's going to sting your, not sting your lungs, but wear a mask or something like that, or do it not with blowing from your face. Anyways, let's get started. Yep. Need I say more? Need I say more? Give it a second, watch this. Let it seep into the oxidation. Let it seep in, let it seep in. Let it seep in. And now we go for round 2, because it got really oxidized here. There you go. The more oxidation, the more you gotta leave it on there. But leave it on for about 5-10 seconds. I know it looks wet and gross, but let it seep in. See how he's starting to see like the dry spots? The super duper dry spots. So obviously, that's always like to get the big 3-4 pack and just trust me. I did all this inside, did everything, and it worked great with the whole 4-pack. So if you're just doing little touch-ups, one's great, but if you're doing heavy stuff like me throughout the whole car, just buy the 4-pack, you know what I mean? So sheesh, look at that. Looking real good. It looks a little bit wet in the beginning, but let it seep in, and it's already looking $1 million better. I did about 2 coats on the bottom side, so it looks a little bit wet still, but you can see this side, it's looking like a lot more matte and clean and OEM, and that's exactly how I like a deep black OEM matte look. So look at this. Looks brand freaking new, dude. Look at this side. Damn, brand new car, dude. Whew. The only thing I do is this looks like it's clear coat. It's looking like it's clear coat, guys, not residue at all. So paint correction, a little sand. Like I said, we'll do a whole new other video for that, but damn, guys, good video today. Oh man, I am pooped. Anyways, guys, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to the Suds Factory. If you guys are in the market for something like this, I recommend the bundle pack, honestly. The window one I'm probably gonna use throughout time for sure on my Supra, on here, on other cars. So that's why I bought the bundle pack, to be honest. But definitely the paint one, I highly recommend. I literally use like most of this I poured into the I used about a quarter of this. Most of this I poured into the bottle, and I have a lot of it left. So in reality, I only use like maybe like a couple ounces worth. So this can easily get like 5 to 10 cars worth. Not even, I'd say probably like 3 to 5 full cars. and 5 out of 10 kind of quarter cars, half cars every now and then. But I recommend it, guys. So if you guys do like something like this, go down below, buy it. I don't really care. But if you guys did like today's video, which I do care about, leave a like, subscribe, and I see y'all next video. Peace.